Are you an Avon rep and want to increase your business and have systems in place to be efficient? Well, today I'm going to share with you 7 must-have tools for Avon reps. Hi there, my name is Jessica Zumbusch and I have been an Avon rep for almost 15 years. I help ladies build successful businesses and I share everything that I have done to be a top seller and a top leader. In fact, our team was number 10 in the nation last year. So exciting. These are tools that I have used in my business, so this is all based on my experience. Be sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe so that you get notified when I have new videos that are released. The number 1 tool that I love is called Project Broadcast. Use the power of text messaging to connect with your customers and even your team. So this is a text message marketing service. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't always answer phone calls or open emails, but I will always open my text messages. And in my business, when I want to send a large amount of text messages, like sending out specials to my customers or following up with my lead list, I don't want to be spending all the time on my phone sending messages one by one. It's just so stressful to me sending hundreds of messages. I also don't want to send them as a group message because then everybody's going to be involved in the messaging. Project Broadcast allows you to send messages from your computer and there are individualized text messages. You could send it to large lists that you have. You could even create drip campaigns. Now, what I love about drip campaigns is when I have onboarding a new representative, a new team member, I can connect with them every few days by creating this drip campaign, and it's almost like a set it and forget it. I'll be sure to put a link down in the description box so that you can check out these tools and see if they are something that you want to use in your business. Number 2 tool is called Constant Contact. Now, this is an email service provider. This allows you to create emails to connect with your customers, your team members. I use it to connect with my customers every campaign. I email them every campaign when the campaign starts, shares, all of the new products, the new deals. I also have a series of emails that I send to new team members just to make sure that they are getting off to a good start as they start their business. Now, I have used Constant Contact since I started my leadership business many years ago, and it still works great for me. There is a little bit of a learning curve as you are starting out with it, and the price of this, it varies depending on how many people are in your address book. This Constant Contact is actually one of the largest expenses that I have in my business, but it is 100% worth it. I love using Constant Contact, and the customer service at Constant Contact is amazing. They're the best customer service that I have had with any kind of tool that I've used in my business. I've heard of other representatives using an email service called MailChimp, so that might be something that you want to check out as well. But I love that I don't have to send emails from my personal email on Gmail because those just end up in spam folders, and I just put it into Constant Contact and they take care of the rest. Third tool that I use is called Campaign Mailer, and it's a service to have our brochures mailed out to your customers, and it gets sent at a bulk rate for the mailing. So you can mail English brochures, Spanish brochures. You can even customize your contact info and add your online store, maybe if there's any special deals that you wanted to highlight, you could add that in there as well. The more brochures that you mail, the less expensive they are. For example, if you mail 9 brochures or less, they are $2.15 each. But when you mail 100 brochures, they're only $1.75 each. Now, if you have mailed anything recently, you know what a great deal this is. Keep in mind, because it's being sent through bulk mailing, it could take a few weeks for it to arrive. So, and you have to order in advance. So right now we are in campaign 18, so I have already mailed off or ordered my campaign 19 brochures. Another tip that I want to share is add yourself to the mailing of the brochures so that when you get it in the mail, you'll know when your customers are getting them as well. The next tool that I use is the customer follow-up list. Now, using the customer follow-up list, it helped me master consistency in my business. And this business is all about consistency. So consistency, giving brochures to my customers, following up, and making sure that I'm always adding new customers to my list. I made a video several years ago about exactly how I use the customer follow-up list, and I'll put a link down below so that you could check it out. I mean, how do you know if you are growing your business if you're not tracking, how many customers that you are connecting with? Use this customer follow-up list. You will thank me later, I promise. I also keep one notebook for everything. When I first started my business, I was writing, notes on sticky notes, on backs of envelopes, and I was losing orders. I was losing important things. So I learned to keep everything in one notebook. I have customer orders in here. I have things about my team, any trainings that Avon does. It all goes into my Avon notebook. In fact, I bring this with me in the car whenever I leave the house because, of course, when I leave the house, I'm going to get a phone call for a customer order or something I need to write down. So always put it in one notebook. Tool number 6 is a service called Meet Edgar. Now this is a kind of like a social media manager. It keeps all of your social media posts in a library so that you can reuse them and you can even schedule them. Now remember, when you're posting on social media, not everybody sees every post that you do, so it's okay to reuse them and repurpose your content. When you use Meet Edgar, it frees up your time so that you're not always spending that time posting on social media. Just spend like an hour early in the week and you don't have to go back on social media and post all of the time. You could schedule it to post to Facebook pages, Facebook groups, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and even Google Business. This has been invaluable in my business. Before I started using Meet Edgar, I used a service called Hootsuite, and that might be something that you're interested in using instead of Meet Edgar. The last tool number 6, is actually using a paper planner. Using a paper planner allows me to be more efficient with my time and schedule my actions. If I'm trying to remember everything and trying to keep all in my brain, it's not going to happen, so I write it down. The paper planner that I use, it's an hour by hour, and it is by Erin Condren. I also liked adding photos on my cover and all of that for my goals. Look, Big Island, Hawaii. I earned a trip for 2, Big Island, Hawaii. So I use it as my vision board. What gets scheduled gets done. If it's not in my planner, it is not happening. If scheduling hour by hour isn't your thing or kind of stresses you out, I understand, because it would have me when I first started my business, because I actually used, when I first started my business, like an index card. I wrote down, you could see all of the ones that I did. I would write down the tasks that I needed to do every day in my business, and using this, I called it my power hour because I was able to fit all of the tasks into an hour a day. But using my power hour, my index card, really helped me build momentum in my business. I achieved President's Club and Gold Ambassador leader level just by using my index card, my power hour, and then that evolved into my hour by hour. I've done another video about my power hour and the task that I did, so I'll put that link down below so that you could check that out as well. One thing that I really loved about using my index card is that I could take it with me wherever I needed to go. So for example, I remember working on the cruise to Bermuda, earning that trip, and taking my index card while I was sitting in the waiting room at my dentist because the little task would only take 10 or 15 minutes. And I just was going down my list while I was waiting to go to have my teeth cleaned or whatever it was I was doing at the dentist. When you do the vital activities in your business, I guarantee you will see success. So that's it for today. Those are my 6 must-have tools for Avon Reps. The first one is Project Broadcast for text messages, Constant Contact for emails, Campaign Mailer to mail off brochures, the Customer Follow-Up List, Meet Edgar for social media posting, and a paper planner or an index card. So I hope that you take advantage of some of these tools and you level up in your business. Hope this was helpful to you as well. All right, that's it. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.